I'm here today with Tatum Lynn, Tempe-based recording artist and founder of Music as Therapy. Tatum started her volunteer work with Higher Octave Healing in 2016. Since then, she has appeared as a guest artist in multiple HOH events, and her organization continues to fund music therapy services for Judys Playhouse of Phoenix. I'm excited to talk to Tatum today about her work, our continued partnership, and her role in our upcoming virtual music festival, our first ever community virtual music festival. Tatum, thank you for coming today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Excited to have a conversation.
I know, even though it's over computer. But it's
It's funny, we kind of have to change course and make everything.
Yeah, getting used to it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, to get us started today, tell us a little bit about Music as Therapy.
Yeah, so Music as Therapy is a 501c3 nonprofit. I started when I was 15 years old, and we provide music therapists, instruments, working with Higher Octave, helping support bands in Higher Octave, and we just do everything involving music therapy and supporting it. And I started at 15, just wanted to help people reach music therapy because I could see how it affected a lot of my friends' lives that I worked with. So I just felt like it was important to help people get that therapy.
Yeah, I think that's really impressive to see that need and start that mission at 15. It's really impressive.
Thank you.
Done a wonderful job since then.
Thank you.
Talked a little bit about this, but what really sparked your passion for music therapy?
Yeah, so it's funny. The person that actually really sparked this for me, his name's Tommy, and I went to a school with Tommy in middle school, and I was able to work with him and Best Buddies and the program in our not middle school, our elementary school at Cielo. And I just saw how music impacted him and a bunch of my other friends, and I saw that music therapy couldn't come to our school, and I reached out to my dad and I was like, how can I help and get music therapy back into our school and other organizations that didn't have the funds to get music therapy? And I started going to businesses and meeting with people and asking for donations for music as therapy and to help my friends get the therapy that they need. And it's funny because I met Tommy in elementary school, and then we kind of went our separate ways and went to high school, and I reconnected with him in Higher Octave Healing. So it's really cool. One day I just bumped into him when I started working with Higher Octave Healing, and I thought it was great. It was like it was meant to be.
That's wonderful. And it's so inspiring how, again, you saw a need, you had a mission, and you made it happen at such a young age. That's really inspiring to any young entrepreneurs or philanthropists out there. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, thank you.
Wonderful. How did you get connected with Higher Octave Healing at first?
So it was 2016. I actually had to go look back too, because I feel like I've been working with you guys for like years. I couldn't even remember how old I was. And when I asked my dad, he was like, oh yeah, it was before you could even drive, because my dad would drive me to Higher Octave Healing. And it's when I started working on my nonprofit, and I was just trying to find organizations that worked with music therapy and that had the same connection I had and what I wanted to do with music therapy and believed what I believed. So me and my parents reached out and we wanted to see how we can help and get involved. And then since then, I've been able to help and then do MCs for your guys' concerts. So it's been a lot of fun.
That's wonderful. We're so lucky to have you. And I love that you shared that story about Tommy, because it shows that the world is small and we're making connections and reaching out to people probably without even realizing it.
Yeah.
That's really wonderful. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with Judys Playhouse.
Yeah. So I started volunteering at Judys Playhouse when I was about 16, actually maybe 15. And I just went there and I volunteered, and I made a lot of good friends and really nice relationships with the parents and the families and the staff. And I just got really connected with Judys Playhouse, and they became my second family. And I also was connected with music therapy. So I kind of just put everything in one, and I started working with both and helping them get their own band at Higher Octave. And it's just been up ever since.
That's wonderful. We could not do the work we do without you. We now serve Judys Playhouse every month. We have 3 rock bands funded through our organization with Judys Playhouse. And additionally, for those without access to the rock band program, we offer music appreciation classes at Scottsdale. So it has blossomed into this really beautiful kind of triangular relationship. And we really
Yeah,
you getting that all started for us.
of course. Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been like a big family.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think this world and this work, you said it best, it's a big family. It's we get really close, and next thing you know, it's years later.
Yeah.
So we know life for us as music therapists has changed, for us as performers, and for you as a performer has changed in 2020. How has the pandemic impacted your mission and your work with music as therapy?
It's definitely been different. Usually I would be going to businesses and doing meetings and trying to get donations in that way with physical contact and like trying to talk to people. So that's been hard, but like you and I are doing over the computer, Zoom, and I know the kids I get to work with, they do a lot of Zoom classes online as well. And it's just, I'm happy to have the computer and to have that access to communication and to keep growing it for sure.
How do your relationships with your donors and supporters change when everything is virtual?
It's a little bit harder because I think you can agree an interview or a conversation is definitely different in person. It's more personal.
Sure.
But I was able to get or start a good relationship with my donors and partners before the pandemic. So I feel like we've been able to hold on to that relationship and keep moving forward.
That's wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
So, in the spirit of pivoting and adapting in the pandemic, in May 2021, Higher Octave Healing will host its first ever virtual music festival. Rock Together, a community music festival, will bring together HOH's 15 music therapy rock bands, including the 3 from Judys Playhouse, along with music therapists and local guest artists for a live stream performance. We're really excited to bring this to our community in a new format to hopefully reach more of our community, tearing down barriers of access like an admission fee, like only having a small audience at once, meeting health and safety guidelines, all of that being possible through a virtual community music festival. And we're excited to bring you, Tatum, and Music as Therapy into that as a guest artist and as a little bit about what you expect your role to be in that.
Yeah, I'm excited to MC again. I don't know how many years I've been doing it. Is this like my 4th, 5th year? Like, I don't even know. It's been a really long time. So I'm excited to do that again. It's definitely going to be different this year, but it's still going to be a great show, and I'm super excited to be involved.
Wonderful. We touched on donor relationships a little bit, but how can people watching out there, how can they support Music as Therapy?
Yeah. You can visit our Instagram page, and the link in the bio will actually lead you to go donate to Music as Therapy. You can do that also on Facebook and just find us online, Music as Therapy nonprofit, and you can donate there.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We look forward to the day where you can have your live fundraising events again, because I know those are a big draw and a lot of fun.
Yeah, those are a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in and having a conversation with me, Tatum, even though it was over the computer.
Yeah.
Always appreciate hearing from you and collaborating with you.
Yeah, same to you guys.
As Tatum said, you can follow Music as Therapy on Instagram. Is there anywhere else we can find you?
Yeah, I have an Instagram, personal Instagram. It's Tatum Lynn Music. You can also find me there in my music, and Music as Therapy is also there too.
Wonderful. Yes, because Tatum is a recording artist as well. Check out all of her original music.
Yes.
To learn more about Higher Octave Healing, you can check out our social media. We're at Higher Octave Healing on Facebook or Instagram. You can also head to our website at hohmt.org. Rock Together, a virtual community music festival, will stream live the week of May 24th, 2021. The event is sponsored not only by Tatum and Music as Therapy, but by Judys Playhouse of Phoenix, the Rotary Club of Tempe Downtown, and the City of Tempe through an Arts Enrichment Grant. Thank you again for joining us today, Tatum.
Yes, thanks for having me.